MikeDurbin.com. You can get the WCW-esque Conan in that K-Dog Wolfpack style. Man, this Conan might be Bendy of the Year right now.
I really told you. Yo. Let me speak on this. Mike Durbin Productions exclusive. Conan, I was the most impressed with Conan, man. It's like undercover Bendy of the Year. It's a really nice figure. The do-rag is freaking awesome in person. I love the exclusive with the WCW packaging. I love this one with the camo. It's really nice.
And I will say a figurine expert who went to TJ on Friday, Matt Cardona, put it over as being a good figurine as far as figurines go.
Yo, hold on, let me speak on this. Exclusive Mike Durbin Productions, K-Dog. Look at that, listen to K-Dog, keeping it 100, logo on the back, MikeDurbin.com. Get it right now. Low key might be Bendy of the Year. Go get it.
When their ratings are, they're not performing well, it's like our takes are, well, maybe this is why they're not performing well. I never say, why are you being a hater? It's like, I'm not being a hater. I'm trying to point out that you might be making mistakes, which are causing people to change the channels. And maybe if you did it this way, they would engage more. And then that's the way me and Conan look at this. Because, bro, we've been in the writing room before. We've written shows, we've produced, we've wrestled, we've been in production meetings and stuff. And like when we watch AEW, there's like some very basic, simplistic errors that they make on like on a weekly basis. And we're saying to ourselves, like, how does this happen when he has a community of guys that work that we know can be educating them on how to be doing this right? And that's like the gist of like our takes is that we look at Tony and we say the guy is probably obviously not taking a good advice from people is the way we look at it. Because, there's a lot of experienced guys because like we talk about this all the time, that the biggest mistake that they make is they make it very difficult for a fan that hasn't watched their show in maybe a month. If you tune in, they're not explaining anything to you. Just the show starts, here's the match and stuff. Like, there's not a lot of narration. It's not like, and like a WWE, if you haven't watched a show in 1 week, they've got a package for each program, their movie trailer quality. They're filling you, they're keeping you in touch of everything that's going on so you can pick it up right where you left off.
And listen, I love AEW. I've actually been accused of being too big of a fan for AEW, and I've been accused of being an AEW apologist. But even as a fan of the product and a fan of the show, and I'll use an example from Collision last Saturday, Shibata and Bryan Danielson. All right, why do you have Shibata and Bryan Danielson in a match on Collision? Give me the story first. Like, Bryan Danielson cut this great promo about how both of them were out of wrestling because of head injuries, and now they're back in it. Well, that promo was after the match. How about giving me that promo 2 minutes before the match and be like, who's Shibata? I don't know who that is. Oh, wow, he had a brain injury. He thought his career was over, and now he's back. Oh my gosh, it's just like Bryan Danielson. Now we're getting both those guys in the ring who thought their careers were over, and now they're having a big match on Collision. Why not build that up? 3 weeks a month, promos back and forth. Tell us the story of Shibata. Tell us why he's so revered in Japan and why he's a legend. Tell us why we need to watch this match on Collision than just having the match on Collision, and then once the match is over, it's done with and we move on.
Right, like they'll bring in all these Japanese people that I'm like, who is this? Like I know the names like Ishii and Suzuki, those guys, but there's people that have showed up on the show, and I'm like, who is this? Why? Is
I've been in the business for 30 years. I don't know who this is. Right? It's kind of weird. So how
watch UFC, Dave?
Did Dave visit? Do you watch UFC?
I don't watch MMA. I don't.
Okay. Do you watch boxing?
Let me.
I don't watch boxing either.
So right before a boxing match or a UFC match, they always have a video of both guys, and they're talking about each other. They're showing them training, and it gets you go, okay, I like this guy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or there's a lot of times when I'll see like a fight, and I'm like, I don't think I'm that interested. And then I'll see the video package, and I'm like, holy, I have to see this. Right. They don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? And so those are, how could that be misconstrued as being a hater or whatever when we're trying to give you a solution to something that's going to make your show better?
Well, let me interject just real quick, Di, because this has been a while, so we might have forgot about this, and I wanted to ask Dave about it as we talk about constructive criticism and stuff. Tony Khan used to go on Busted Open, and he stopped. Now, was that because he didn't appreciate he took it as insults instead of constructive criticism?
I honestly don't know why he decided not.
He used to go on there all the time, right?
Yeah,
weekly.
We did a weekly spot. I mean, over a year, he was coming on every week, and I thought it was a great relationship. And the fact that, hey, we're getting an owner and president of a company, a major company on, and then we're also giving 30 minutes of airtime to promote the show for that night. So I thought it was a great relationship. And I thought we were very respectful. You know, I don't think that's the reason why, but I can honestly say I don't know the reason why he stopped doing it. I would love for him to come back on. I would love to have
because I once saw a show where Tommy Dreamer was constructively criticizing something on the show, and knowing him and knowing how sensitive he is, I've worked with him. You know, I like him, but he is what he is. You know, he thinks everything's a personal attack. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and look, Dave too, because I don't know when you guys review the shows, but when me and Conan review the shows, we go over it. We always ask ourselves a question after each thing. It's like, so Becky Lynch's wrestling Rhea Ripley, okay, coming up, and there'll be a segment on the show to be involved, and we always ask us, okay, does this make you more or less interested in that match? And like that's how we judge the content.
Yeah,
like was this a good? Yeah, this is making me more interested. And so a lot of times in wrestling, even in WWE, very often, especially with the women, the answer is always no. To not make me interested. Like, you
know what's weird to me, Dave? How is it possible they have so many great storylines, but they never have any good stories for the women underneath the top women?
I mean, that's been something that's been talked about for a long time. I actually think they're doing a better job. Like in the WWE right now, because you have Becky and you have Rhea, you have Damage Control with Bayley and Io Sky. I think they are building towards. You know,
but the top women have good storylines, right? But the ones underneath, you know, Natalia, what's this girl's name?
They're like in a 2-minute tag match every week, and that's all we see. Those yeah.
Well, you know, look at like what they're doing with Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae was just there for a long time, but now they're building a story with Candice LeRae. She turned heel. Listen, you guys know more than any. When you have the TV shows, there's only so much time.
Right.
And now as you're getting closer to
this has been going on for years.
I agree. I'm somebody that I want to see more women flourish, and I want to see more storylines for the women. But I feel like in the WWE right now, we're starting to see a little bit more development with personalities, with characters, and with storylines.
Well, they made Nia Jax very interesting.
I mean, I thought that match with Nia Becky, that match was phenomenal for a Monday night.
Past 8 weeks they've done with her and built up as it's been very I'm like, wow, they actually made Nia Jax, who everybody couldn't stand.
Yeah, she was very
interesting female characters on the show.
Very boring for a long time. You know, now we used to get on her for being clumsy and not a good worker. Bro, she's been great.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.